Troviak, thanks for joining us. Tonight, developers with the Electric Works project say there is still hope for the $260 million project. They say even in the last few weeks, they're still working on bringing possible tenants in. Fox 55's Chris Malooly joins us live in Fort Wayne. Chris, what key points did developers make about the project's future?
Yeah, Hunter, a number of pretty interesting key facts were brought up by developers. One of them was they have 77% of the private equity and tax credit equity for the project and 61% of the building pre-leased. And the biggest part of that pre-leased was obviously Do It Best coming in as their main anchor tenant. They said when they came in and they were able to finalize it just before that August 3rd redevelopment commission meeting, they said that was the biggest part of their problem, was getting that main anchor tenant signed in. And when the August 3rd decision was made, they were as confused as everyone else as to why they got the plug pulled.
That the financing is in fact in place, ready to go. All elements are ready to go to closing, trying to bring that local funding back.
Kevin Biggs with RTM Ventures, the developers behind Electric Works, says they're still ready to go forward with the project. Holding a virtual forum with business leaders, Councilman Jeff Paddock, and developers, the consensus on the board was there's still time to fight to bring it back.
Made that very unfortunate decision that shocked all of us here on August the 3rd.
Councilman Paddock says the anchor tenant, Do It Best, was the main reason he hopped on board. The global lumber manufacturing company headquartered in Fort Wayne is one of the biggest companies in Allen County. Paddock says to keep the project going is to keep Do It Best in the city. But
to our city and our region, and of course the fact that we have an anchor tenant in Do It Best, that we must see stay here in Fort Wayne.
Beth Townsend with Greater Fort Wayne says the company came to them and said the only place they would be able to relocate would be inside the GE building.
Not only in failing to close Electric Works as it stands would be a problem, but it would also be combined with the magnitude of an additional loss of this employer.
And developers say despite the redevelopment commission pulling out, support is still strong. Biggs says none of the tenants have backed out and they're continuing to receive calls. The panel's main focus was urging those watching to contact local, city, and state leaders to try and bring Electric Works back on the right path.
To grow their business and ultimately grow jobs, which is what this is really all about.
And another key fact they brought up was that the construction of this Electric Works project would bring 2,000 more construction jobs into this area that's been hard hit, as many other cities have been, with COVID-19 and job restrictions coming from the pandemic. Reporting in Fort Wayne, Chris Malooly, Fox 55 News.